Senator Tanya Vyhovsky, and I serve on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and I am Vice Chair of the Senate Government Operations Committee. I have a couple of bills that I'm working on this year that are really meant to support state employees. One of them is expanding death benefits to additional categories of state employees. An additional one would restore the right to strike to certain state employees who currently don't have that right. And another one that I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about today is an accountability bill for when state work is privatized. Currently, there is a loophole in the law that allows work to be privatized without going through the proper process for privatization or having any of the accountability measures in place for that privatization. And the bill I'm introducing would close that loophole. It would also create additional accountability. So if work is going to be privatized, there is a threshold savings that has to be met, but that savings can't be on the backs of the workers. It can't be by offering lower pay or lesser benefits. And so this bill really looks to say that if we are going to privatize work, it should be for real innovation and not because of exploitation. And that bill was a bill that I introduced last year that made it out of the Senate in some form, but was restored to its more original form in the House. And we would have passed it had we had another day in our veto session. So I'm reintroducing it and hoping that we will get it across the finish line this year.
Hi there, this is Steve Howard. I'm your Executive Director. With a quick update from the Vermont State House. We are working this week on an executive order from the governor to create an agency of public safety that would consolidate a number of existing agencies under that umbrella, and we are going to be reaching out to our members to get their views on that and talking with legislators about that. We heard a lot of testimony about the backlog in the judiciary and the progress or lack thereof of moving cases along in the judiciary. There was some testimony on a law called Raise the Age. It has to do with the age in which a youth who commits a crime is sent to family court or criminal court. Our members in the Department for Children and Families have a lot of concerns about raising the age this year, given the lack of infrastructure for youth in Vermont. And finally, we are working steadfastly on the issue of the staffing crisis, the humanitarian crisis in the Department of Corrections, both tracking the testimony of Commissioner Demmel, but also pushing legislators to read the data, to ask tough questions, and to get to the bottom of it. So if you have any questions, give me a call, 802-793-7930. You can also text me at that number, and you can email me at showard@vsea.org.